A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A soldier dies but once.
Welcome all. This is Blaezer RTW. I hope you are well. I am good. It's Poets Day, as in piss off early tomorrow Saturday, so that's exactly what I've done. Happy days. Hope you get a chance to go home early too. Joining me for a 3v3 here. This is a perfect example of the funny business that I was on about was going to happen in the few that I released, the next few, going onwards, because the next battle that comes out, which is a 4v4, was played like 2 weeks before this one was, if you see what I mean. But I want to do them sequentially, by type, just to mix it up and not have a blob of too many of the same at any one point. So let's crack on. This is a 3v3, as you can see. On our right flank, we've got Titans Mohammed, who's obviously a good player. I probably recorded this battle more to see what he was doing, if you know what I mean, rather than sort of anything else. But we shall see, because there's a few good players in here, so we'll see what happens. He's got 4 Archer Auxilia, 6 Cav and 10 Urbans, as best as I can tell. He might have something slightly different, but other than that, it's in and around that. I've got 5 Cav, 2 Archers, and then the rest Urbans. You can see I've put a couple out to the side as a sort of escort thing, but you don't really need to do that, so they'll start making their way into the centre. On our left is Tut. Loves his pike factions in 31k. You can see he set himself up in several different little bits. So he's got his slingers over here for the chariots that are no doubt going to come from Pontus, is it? Yeah, Pontus. Then he's got his archers to cover his Spartans. Couple in loose formation there, which I'm guessing is going to go with the archers. A little flanking, blocking secondary force there, and then his main army there. So that's nice. I like the look of that. Directly against him is the Seleucids. That's PV Tantonio. So he got 4 archers, 6 cataphracts, a companion cavalry, and then the rest of it silver shields. The way he's set up, though, he looks like he's probably slightly new to 31k, probably plays more CWB looking at that. In the middle is IOW Skippy, who is a fellow YouTuber, and he's really good as well, so check him out. Although I think you have to go through like James Tan, 10 as in TAN. Looks like he's gone 14-6 there. Line's not exactly symmetrical, but we'll let him off. And then on there, the left flank is Pontus, a man called Horse. You can see he's done a similar thing to these Greeks, but it's sort of 2 even armies rather than 3, one gradually bigger than the other sort of thing. He's got a couple of archers, 4 scythe chariots, and then some chariot archers there. So should be pretty even. We'll soon find out. I think from what I remember, we sort of had one plan, and then we suddenly changed it because Greece wanted to push up. So I think Muhammad comes around the back of me and comes in this sort of area to tie up the Brutii, and I'm sort of left defending against Pontus, but we'll soon find out. Yeah, you can see Greece is already starting to move up. I would imagine Pontus is starting to send some chariot archers. And his archers up, so okay. Right, so it looks like Greece and the Seleucids are going to be the first to make contact. The way that's set out, I mean, he'll probably change it because all of his infantry will beat all of this infantry one-on-one, no doubt. He's got some archers there. He's probably targeting the Greek archers, I would have thought. Cataphracts are coming way out to the side. These are obviously, these two that he had on the right are sort of an anti-flanking force, if that's what you want to call it. Stop the cav getting around the side. The cataphracts, you know, they're not going to want to tussle with Spartans. They're not going to want to chase the archers because they'll barely catch them. And even if they do, they'll be knackered for when they're actually needed at the end. Pontus has sent his 2 chariot archers out there. Then there's that 2 scythe chariots along with his archers. You can see the Greek slingers are out here falling back. I would imagine I'm starting to move my archers out. I am, and Muhammad has just bunny hopped me to try and tie up the Brutii to stop him, you know, obviously helping out the Seleucids. Yeah, it's not going too well for the Seleucids at the moment. I don't know whether he's tussling with these pikes at all. He's not. Muhammad sent his cav over, so he probably wants to have a little go at those if he can get them, but Tut's obviously going to come in behind with those Spartans, so yeah, he does need to watch it a little bit. I mean, his infantry's all gone. He might be better off taking those cataphracts and just coming around behind Pontus and the Brutii and just, you know, sacrificing all the rest of it, if you know what I mean. Looks like Pontus is moving up aggressively on me. I'm just trying to not make sure I don't lose what's happening in the middle here either. I've not moved a lot, I'm just sort of turning a little bit. You can see I've not grouped my units by this stage. I'm sort of using the angle bracket or the, you know, the full stop, and then sort of alt clicking to move them where I need to, rather than just dragging them out after grouping. So yeah, the Spartans pretty much cleared out everything Seleucid-wise along with Muhammad's cav, and now they're going to tussle with the cataphracts. But it'll be interesting to see if there's many of them left after. Pontus has just sent a scythe chariot out to take out the Greek archers. I've sent my cav in. I know it's not the best idea in the world, but at the end of the day I've got to hold them up somehow. I've actually rushed my general out, which probably isn't the greatest idea in the world, but I think if you have them in guard mode and they're stopped and they face a chariot, they won't rout. It's only when they're moving or fighting that they rout. I've run them up one of the chariots. You can see that the Brutii has angled right up, opening up both our flanks to the main Pontus army. He's not moving it up yet. The Greeks has finished up there. I don't know where the Seleucid cataphracts are. They're coming around the back, so obviously Greece is going to come over in a minute. Looks like all my cav has been rinsed by these Pontic scythe chariots. My general's still out there. You can see he's moving some. I haven't got my archers on skirmish, and he's moving some pikes up. Skippy's cav has come all the way around the back to come and try and assassinate my general. He's not fancying that. My guys are tying up a couple of pikes there just to be a nuisance and stop his whole line moving up. You can see Muhammad is coming into the back of the Brutii along with the Spartan general there. Muhammad's got him nicely tied up and a couple over by me. The Brutii has sent his cav in from the right as we look at it, but Muhammad has sent out a little blocker force, so that's a key element to things. You can see the Seleucids is coming in. This is when he's going to be, you know, using his best, although he doesn't really want to get blocked off like that. He wants to be in amongst all the thick of it to get them routing, and obviously away from the Spartans. So my general looks like he's just routed off because he was obviously facing 2 units on his own, but what he's done is he's held it up. I've got a few units facing up to the Pontus pikes along with a couple of Muhammad sent over. Scythe chariots are coming in from the right as we look at it. They've gone. You can see the Seleucids as cataphracts are still in there along with the Brutii cav from the back. There's more Spartans coming in every time we look at it. There's more there, so that's going to be bad news for their cav. You can see some of their cav starting to rout off now the Spartans have come. Probably will come back, but obviously it's just going to be that little bit sort of, you know, damaged. There's not a lot going on out there. Okay, so the Seleucus has pulled out. He's going to go for these Spartans. It's not really the greatest idea. He should have come back in here, but this is all collapsed now, this centre. That's bad times for them. You can see I've sort of got a half-decent defensive line. Obviously, now I know that, you should really chuck them in testudo to hold up the pikes and dislodge their formations. And then, this one should be coming around the back and into the back of these two. And the other one, he should be coming around the back and into the back of this one as well. Is that Pontus General just gone? So I must have been targeting him. Yeah, and I think we've got these Seleucid cataphracts here. They're going to try and attack the archers of Muhammad. But really, that's a big old load of army left there. 5 chariots are going to come in and probably finish off Pontus. I was trying to see how many spearmen. Okay, so it looks like it's just these cataphracts that are going to do anything. They probably will rout this one. But like I said, look at all this lot in the back left coming in. That's just going to completely make, distraught them, and then they're just going to rout off. One of them's already gone. That unit's holding up really well, actually, since my general's gone. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm just chasing off a few of the bronze shields up there. Spartans are pretty much swept up. What else have we got there? So, one lot of chariot archers, is that left? Yeah, I think that's it. So, yeah, it was a bit, it wasn't a particularly set battle, but yeah, I guess the quickest to react. One, as soon as the Spartans come into contact with the, the silver shields, there's only ever going to be one winner. Tut did a good job at keeping the cataphracts at bay until Muhammad come over, clear up that side, and then suddenly the numbers is in our favour, and it was really just a matter of getting the Greeks into Muhammad's battle with the brutes ASAP before the cataphracts could actually do what they were supposed to do. But yeah, he's admitted defeat now, so it's only going to be 2 seconds before we go. But I'm that impatient that I'm actually going to double it through. Okay.
All Rome will be amazed at such a victory. The day.
All right, the day is ours. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. Good game, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later.